No, they're muted. Yeah. Welcome to Squared Circle Shenanigans. I am your host Keith. My host Scotty is possibly running late or could not be here. Jeremiah also could not be here this week. He's helping train new participants in coming into the wrestling scene at House of Truth Wrestling, I believe it is. So best of luck to both of them. Nonetheless, I have another co-host here for the day. This is Jeff, one of our sponsors at Craving Sports Cards and Collectibles.
How's it going?
And of course, nonetheless, of course, our fantastic guest here. This is the Kayfabe, the People band who does covers of wrestling songs, I believe, and they will also be in the building on September 30th at Battle in the Creek 3.
It's only about half the band.
Well, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It's only about half, and that's all good.
We take what we get.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
I get it. Trust
Take
me.
what we can get, and we go from there.
That's the reason I'm here. You had to settle.
Absolutely, you got to do what we got to do.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Do as much as we can.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, allow the black man to introduce himself. I am the black man, Coco T. Ware, founder and leader of Kayfabe, the People's Band. And right here to my immediate right is my beautiful bride. She's the sensational Sweet Denny, our fire singer, our fire bringer, a.k.a. the Khaleesi of Kayfabe. Gentlemen, thank you for having us on. It's the best thing that ever happened to you and everybody in this building. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good to me.
That was a Jeremiah type of entrance right there. That was fantastic.
Yeah, we got rid of him for the day.
Oh yeah, he's a real good friend of
makes
mine.
perfect sense.
He is the fashion muse of the sensational one. You know what I'm saying? So we go a long ways back. You know, we have a great relationship with Brother Jack. Shout out to the 24K line, wherever you are, good brother. Shout out to you.
Let's go.
One thing Jeremiah probably would do is to make sure that I have a goblet to drink out of, because this swill that you've served me,
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm just so offended.
I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
where's the red wine? Where's a goblet?
Uh-oh.
Hey, you
Wasn't-
guys
I wasn't-
the game a
I
little
wasn't
you
a
are
little
in the
prepared.
presence of royalty. You
I
have to be
wasn't a
ready
little
for
prepared.
that.
Shame on you, Brother Paul. Is that your name? Is your name Paul? We're gonna call you Paul for right now because see, you messed up, Brother Paul. But go ahead and ask you a couple of your queries, all right? Because you know we here to have a good time and say hello to all the good people in good old Battle Creek and everything in between.
Already, absolutely.
Now,
That's good.
how did you guys decide to do covers of intros? That's to me is nothing I never would have thought about.
Okay, I'm glad you asked that question, good brother Jeff. See, one day the black man was at church. That's right. I goes to church. You know, I believes in God, loves Jesus. I was walking my way to the restroom, and there was something that my pastor said, and it just hit me like a bolt of lightning. You know what I'm saying? I said, wait a minute. Why don't I put my two loves together, my love for professional wrestling and music? And why don't I cover these here wrestling things? Ain't nobody doing that out here. We need some joy. We need wrestling at all times, even something related to it, you know? See, sometimes those theme songs stoke memories of nostalgia and all that good stuff. So it hit me one day, I believe in 2018 or 2019. And then from that point on, it was a couple years in the making. And then come the year 2021. We debuted in our backyard party in the Kayfabe lot, and we did our thing with them songs. Our cousins and them showed up. My good friend, Brother Jeremiah Goldman, emceed it for us. You know, he was there. Mr. One Night Only was there. Everybody was there. We had a phenomenal time, and from that point on, it was history, baby.
Now, have you guys ever thought about writing some of your own intros for some of these local guys right here, maybe to get your name out there a little bit more even?
Oh, see. Somebody's been reading the dirt sheet. See, Brother Jeff, you meddling. You letting the dirty secret out right now.
Hey.
See, first off, let's just back up a little bit. In the summertime, I was speaking to the powers that be that was getting Battle in the Creek together, and they said, hey, Brother Coco, can you and Kayfabe, the People's Band, come up with a theme song for this here event? We need to put something extra on top. And I said, you know what? Let me go to the band. And you know what happened? We put on some dope music called Battle in the Creek And let me tell you now, we're battling in the creek. That's the name of the song. The sensational Sweet Dinner here, she was the one who wrote the lyrics in about 20-25 minutes. I was on the phone with the powers that be, and we negotiating, and we just bargaining here and there. And then all of a sudden, she said, the song is ready.
So you're the one who wrote that song. I've heard it more than once. The powers that be, me and him are pretty good friends. He sent me, as soon as he recorded it, he sent it to me. I mean, I think he might have been sending it as he was recording. It was
Thank you.
It was a very good song. You guys did a great job.
I have to say it is a masterpiece. I mean, I as royalty, you have to come up with things that are revolutionary and that just bring people to their knees. And I believe that is the song that is going to bring people to their knees once they hear it at Battle in the Creek.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I think like I said, it's an amazing song. You guys did a great job.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. She's forever the talented one here. I mean, she's the brains behind the operation that is Kayfabe, the people's band. You know what I'm saying?
Now, after Battle in the Creek, there's a little get together at the Music Factory actually in Battle Creek.
So I've heard.
Now you guys going to bless us out there with, maybe not play, just come out and hang out and meet people and shake hands and.
That is the original plan because ain't no party like an after party. You know what I'm saying?
It's all age party even, so we can't go wrong with it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's gonna be the plan because see, we love Battle in the Creek so much because we came last year and performed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Stole the show, did the thing. So with that being said, we made it a point this year. We gonna stick around a little longer. At least me, my beautiful bride, our guitar player and his wonderful bride. Happy anniversary to Michael P. Funk and his wonderful wife Angie. They celebrating 1 year of marital bliss. So we plan on sticking around for the wrestling show after we perform because I got to see my main man's RVD. I got to see Hammerstone. I got to see Al Snow and his buddy head. I mean, it's gonna be fantastical. This should be on nationwide television, man. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Absolutely.
But we gonna come to that after party. I can't wait.
I think it's gonna be a blast. I don't remember the name of the band we have coming in. I actually handpicked them myself.
Awesome.
And it's horrible. I can't remember names, but I'm bad with them.
But they must be good because
great.
see, you picked them, so they got to be phenomenal. Now I'm gonna pick a little bone with you. You could have picked Kayfabe, the people's band, but we gonna forgive you.
Well,
we'll forgive you this time.
I didn't know if you guys could do it and play at the thing too. It's a lot of work moving things around.
It's all good, logistics, stuff like that happens. It's okay. But next year, put us on your radar.
I'll be more than happy to.
Just realized the camera is directly in front of you. Scoot over a little more.
A little more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
We usually have Jeremiah straight here. That way we can see everybody.
This is my good side too, by the way. I just want you to know
Okay.
this is my good side.
There you go. Now
Come
you're
on,
both.
sensational one. There we go.
Now you're both. Good.
Now you can see all of us are not
Yes.
full. Oh,
Absolutely.
Sorry about that, my dear. Now you see us are not full glory and
Absolutely.
regalia and all that good stuff.
I just realized that. But we're good now. We fixed it. Perfect.
You know, instead of that, my glasses, I can't see the screen anyway. So
I heard him come over and say it, and I realized it once he said it, and I was like, still can't really see him, but we fixed it.
okay, cool.
Quick question I had: how many covers of entrance songs do you do, and what's the longest it took to memorize everything for it?
Oh man, see, we got a deep vault, baby. It's probably about 1,500 covers. You know what I'm saying? We're a real mystical group. We got to keep the suspense going. So yes, roughly 1,500, but it just varies. Sometimes it could take 1 rehearsal, 2 rehearsals, 5 rehearsals, depending on what's going on. But we do put that work in, you know what I'm saying? Because we pride ourselves on playing the best wrestling theme covers because see, we want those memories to kind of percolate and go back to people and go, oh wait, I remember that one. That's my favorite, So yeah, we put the work in, man. Probably roughly 1,500 covers.
That's wild, fantastic.
I can't remember 15 words in one sentence. Not less.
I was gonna say, I can barely remember a word to certain songs, so
Yeah.
I can only imagine how long it takes for them. I can remember maybe a few lines here and there of certain songs.
Takes years of discipline, you know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
bet.
Been doing this for a mighty long time now. I can't even believe it.
What's one of your biggest requests that you get, and what's your favorite one to actually perform?
Okay, so it's really between a couple of songs, man.
Okay.
Kingdom is a big one,
Right. Return of Cody.
and I got to say it's probably for a second song. It's probably Judas.
okay.
It might be Judas.
All right.
That's another, but
I know
we get a
those
lot of
words
requests for
to that one.
Kingdom.
That one's pretty good. I like Judas. Interesting. Really, really interesting. What are you most excited to see in Battle Creek 3?
Oh my goodness. I mean, first of all, let me just say RVD. I mean, that's the one supreme right there.
The return home.
Coming. Battle Creek's favorite son. That is phenomenal. But I'm gonna put that to the side because everybody's coming here for that.
Right.
I think the one match I am particular looking forward to is that 6-man tag team match with the upper echelon going up against Head Al Snow and that little fella Eric Smalls.
Okay.
I hope the upper echelon kick the stuffers out of all three of them. Punt that head to doggone here in Monroe and send Smalls, package him in the Amazon box and send him to Waterloo or wherever he comes from. That's what I'm hoping for.
Wow. Sounds like they're on the opposite side of Al Snow.
Hey,
that's pretty crazy.
You can't love everybody.
A lot of people really like him, so I'm just surprised.
Well, a lot of black men give you a little quick backstory again, a little history, you know what I'm saying?
Already.
See, I mentioned earlier, Mr. One Night Only was one of the participants at my birthday bash. You know what I'm saying? And you know what he did? He was the first guy to ever book us, our first paying gig at his birthday bash. And we did the thing up in New Baltimore and the good folks loved it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to always be loyal to Mr. Ono. You know what I'm saying? One night, shout out to brother One Night Only. His mama called him Joe, but you could call him Mr. One Night Only. Shout out to the one.
That is fantastic.
Well, the band that's going to be playing at the after party is Def Mojo. I apologize to them guys.
Awesome.
But they're a great band. They do covers and they do a few of their own songs, but they're an amazing group.
Can't wait to see them. Can't wait to meet them. It's going to be a phenomenal time at that after party,
excited.
baby.
I think they might actually be coming out to the show.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Really cool.
I know I talked to the bass player a while back and he said, I'd love to come. It'd be great. That's what years.
Yeah.
You know,
you see what's happening now more than ever. People are just waking up to the coolness of professional wrestling in so many ways than we can imagine. I mean, it's quite the spectacle. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes people take for granted that the indie shows, so you may not have a Seth Rollins up in there, but let me tell you, baby, you had a Tyler Black at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You may not have had who was that? Orange Cassidy, but in time before that, he was named something else before anybody knew him.
Right.
You had a Brian Danielson, but then he became Daniel Bryan. So what your current indie wrestling local star is may be your future AEW, WE, New Japan wrestling star.
So I guess that's a good way to put it.
I tell everybody, hey, at least once or twice a year in your life, spend a good $10, $15, $20, $25 at an indie wrestling show. You're going to get more than your money's worth. I mean, the bride and I, a few years back, we had never been to a wrestling show. The first wrestling show we ever went to was Mr. One Night Only's birthday bash, baby. That's right. See, we go a long ways back. And let me tell you, I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, I can name off probably 50 guys that I worked with in the independent scene that has made it to WWE or actually ECW or AEW or any of them. Actually.
Any of them.
TNA.
Absolutely.
Multiple craziness.
Like I said, I've worked with, the last one I just watched wrestle last Saturday was a gentleman by the name of Jimmy Jacobs.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy started working with me when he was 14 years old. One of my best friends in the world. I couldn't ask for a nicer person. And not to bring this up, but I have to, because when I was in the hospital 5 years ago, about to get a heart transplant, he was the only wrestler that came to see me.
Oh, wow.
He drove from Chicago to Detroit just to make sure I was going to.
Wow. That is special.
That's really special.
Shout out to brother Jimmy Jacobs for doing something like that special right there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It meant more to me than you can ever imagine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I had a few questions, but they just completely disappeared.
Come on, you can get them back.
I really can.
You can do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So how long have you guys been doing the entrance covers, and like when did you know that you wanted to start doing them?
Well, see, it's been officially just a little over 2 years. As I mentioned, 2 years ago, had a birthday party in my backyard. We officially debuted the band, and we had a phenomenal time. But it again, going back to the backstory, I was at church, walking on my way to the bathroom. And I don't know what my pastor said, but my pastor said something and it just clicked, it hit, you know what I'm saying, like a ton of bricks. And I said, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. So, you know, here we are a few years later, and Kayfabe the People's Band, we are hotter than fish grease in the middle of a desert on the 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? We are having a good time doing what we do. And we don't just cover wrestling themes. You know, we cover R&B, rock and roll, blues. Hey, we'll play polka music if we got to, you know, whatever gets the people jumping and going.
Hey, that's what you got to do. You know, I've been in the wrestling business for 20 or 35 years actually now, in the music business for about 20 years. So, I mean, I kind of see both sides of the spectrum, and I've seen both sides go up, and I've seen them come down, seen them go up, go down, and come back up again. So, you know,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And let me just say this, you know, just to kind of add context here, because see, when I was just a little fella, you know, when I was known as the baby, you know, baby Coco T, where I would sit there in the living room with my bowl of cereal, watching wrestling, you know what I'm saying? Songs that I can remember very well for the first time as a child. Hulk Hogan's my favorite professional wrestler, by the way. I hope I'm not jumping the questions, but, you know, he's my favorite wrestler. So when Real American would come on, oh, man, I got up, I got excited. Me and my brother, we was ready to see our boy Hogan do his thing, you know, shake it up, Hulk up, win 1, 2, 3 with the big leg drop, you know. So the music has always been an attachment to the professional wrestling business, you know. Midnight Express theme song, you know, that's a special one, you know, that's slept on. People don't talk about that one no more, and among other things.
I love the Road Warriors one.
Yes, sir.
That intro there.
Yes.
That give you, that makes your hair and your arms stand up.
Yes.
You know what's about to happen.
The Road Warrior pop and Iron Man, I mean,
yeah,
they like peas and carrots, baby, with a side of rice. You know what I'm saying?
I actually
put them together.
I actually worked, I think it was Animals tribute show a couple weeks after he passed away.
Oh, wow.
Well, Hawk was there. I mean, everybody was there, you know, so I mean.
And that's my favorite tag team, by the way, of all time. Road Warriors,
you know,
LOD.
I tried to do the thing where I got a guy up my shoulders. I just didn't have the muscles to do it.
I totally understand, man. Totally understand.
That does take a lot of strength.
It does. You got to have some strong shoulders like boulders.
Your legs what gave out on me.
Yes.
My back and our shoulders wasn't no problem. My legs, you
got to have the trunks. That's why the black man's trying to get back in this here gym, because we're anticipating that next year we going to be busier and more in demand than ever before. So this body got to be in better shape. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people are sensing and feeling the movement of Kayfabe the People's Band, and they enjoying it. And you know what? We're going to be in demand, baby. So if you out there and you want a band to your birthday party, bar mitzvah, watch party, whatever it is, if you need a band to play some wrestling things, R&B, rock, let us know. Holla at your boy. Kayfabe the People's Band. We are out here, baby.
Hey, I'll put you out in front of the store downstairs. I don't care.
Yeah.
I ain't too proud.
Awesome.
You'll be in the store, outside the store, all around the store.
Yeah, that'd be funny, because
literally
the owner of it is a good friend of mine, and I think he'd probably have it fit, but he's more of a rap guy, and I'm more of a anything but rap.
I don't feel that.
But let's talk about this fan fest a little bit. I mean, you're planning on going. I definitely got to be there, because you know, it's just one of those things I would never miss. And it's actually on the 30th, and anybody who wants to come, you had to have paid admission ticket to get in, though.
Right.
Correct.
You know, through the show.
$25. Come on, in advance.
You get autographs. I mean,
absolutely.
You get 3 autographs. That pays for your, well, actually 2 of them will pay for your entire ticket.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the guys outside of this are charging $20 a spot.
Absolutely.
You know, so I mean, it's a no-brainer for me.
Not to mention,
same here, baby. Same here.
You've got a lot of big names coming to this.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, like
we've mentioned a few already. But
you had Congo Khan.
Tons. Yeah, we had Congo Kong yesterday.
That's a big monster. I seen him wrestle in person, man.
So have I.
Don't want to catch him in a dark alley. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
I've never worked with him, but I've been on. He's worked some shows that I was involved in. You know, so he's a very nice guy, actually, until he gets in the ring. Then he's scary. Yeah,
extremely.
And then you got Zach Gowen, the one-legged wonder. He's a great guy again.
Absolutely.
if you've never seen him do a backflip off the top rope, you've missed something.
With one leg at that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
he's an amazing athlete.
Oh, I remember brother Zach Gowen, the one-legged freak, baby. Oh man. You see, now you're taking me back almost 20 years when he was on SmackDown,
Yep.
running with the my main man Hogan and having a feud with Brock Lesnar. I mean, that was how many people can wrestle with two legs?
Yeah, no
You know
doubt.
what I'm
Yeah, for
saying?
real.
You can't really do that, man. That's a special thing. So it's even more special that brother said, I won't let this condition or situation hamper me. See, he is a life lesson that everybody can learn from. You don't let nothing stop you, baby. You got to be too legit to quit. And all that stuff in between, you need to be ready for whatever it is you're trying to do in life. Don't let nothing stop you. So shout out to brother Zach Gowen.
Like I said, actually me and him tag team together a few times.
Oh, amazing.
And actually we Jimmy Jacobs, and I don't know who his tag team partner was, but I hate to tell you, Jimmy, you lost 3 times to me. I've hit him all 3 times, and that's a great thing. But then, they got Rob Van Dam and Bill Alfonso coming in, and Bill's a cool guy. I mean, well, actually, both of them are. I hung out with Van Dam last weekend, and I haven't seen Bill in, probably 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to my mom most recently. I'm super excited to go back to meet Rob again, but my mom reminded me, I don't have the picture anymore, but I was like 5 or 6 when he was the Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, that's
If you
cool.
did, I'd love to blow it up. But
that is awesome, man.
And
That's awesome.
it's a picture of me with him when I was younger, and I was holding the title, and I was like smiling.
First of all, brother
Absolutely
Paul,
wild.
the black man is jealous that you got to hold the WWF Intercontinental Championship. So I'm a little jealous.
I've held a few titles, but
that is amazing.
That
man.
is one of my favorite ones. I've held, I think, 4.
Gentlemen, I see a question. If you don't mind and indulge me. It's my main man, brother Hoochie Daddy. What's happening, brother Hubbard? Yes, sir. It's me, the black man, Coco T. Ware. And no, we kind of tricked you a little bit. This ain't Kitty Caboodle. This is the sensational Sweet Denny. Fire singer, fire bringer. Kitty Caboodle was being bad, so we had to put her in her kennel. No catnip for her today. But the sensational one took her mask and said, you gonna be out here maskless today because you acting up. So the queen, when whatever she says, it goes.
Okay, cool.
He's a good friend of mine, brother Hoochie Daddy. He and I competed in the Idol promo competition earlier this year, back in the springtime.
Nice.
If you ever check it out, go on YouTube, Wrestling Rage. My good brother Cody Fleming has a wonderful channel on there, and we did an Indie Idol promo. I got in that bad boy, and the black man made it to the semifinals. So I don't know, maybe, I ain't saying it right now, but maybe I'll get back in it in 2024 because, my sweet baby Claudine, the championship is waiting on me. And that Nick Road Rash, he's going to be there this Saturday. So he better hope I don't try to snatch it out of his grips real soon because, see, I owe him one. He's the champion. It should have been me, but that's okay. I'm not bitter.
That works for me. You do what you got to do. I got
You tell him.
And, another one of my favorite people in the world, and I've known him for many years. We traveled the world together. Is 3-time UFC champion Dan the Beast Severin's going to be there as well.
Love Dan the Beast.
He's an awesome guy.
Hey, so we gonna learn his theme song from his WWF days on Monday Night Raw. When that music hit, daddy, I knew somebody was about to get their chest ripped open and their clavicles crushed. You know what I'm saying? Because he was that kind of guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, and then we got Rob Van Dam. We all know this will be there. Brian Cage, Chris Masters. I mean, it's
masterpiece.
The card is so big, I can't even see. It's just insane.
Yeah,
I mean,
in a funny twist of events, it's a desire of mine to put Chris Masters in the master lock. Myself. No, I'm gonna call it what it's supposed to be, the full Nelson, baby. I want to put him in a Hercules Hernandez style full Nelson. I want to do that myself. I mean, it's wishful thinking, though. I'm dreaming. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but
you can ask. You never know. But
yeah, you're gonna have to ask him. I hate to tell you that because I don't think he'll let you do it on.
No, absolutely not. Because
you
might have to pay him to do that one.
And then one of the sweetest women I ever asked to meet, I just met her just the other day, is Van Dam's wife, Katie Forbes.
Oh, wonderful.
She's working a match at night. She is the sweetest person you could ever ask to meet. I mean, I just love her to death.
Hell of a talent.
Oh, that's terrific. I hope to get to meet her, him, brother Bill Alfonso, ECW legendary referee and manager. I mean, we're getting sport. People, those of you who are watching out there in not TV land, but internet land, y'all missing out on the treat. If you live in the state of Michigan and you anywhere near Battle Creek, or you got a car and you can get there, you better fill up your gas tank, drive your Honda parts to the Kellogg Arena, buy your ticket. Buy 2 if you have to. Get in the seat, because we're going to have a wonderful full day from 4 p.m. all the way to 9, 10 o'clock. Come on, take some time out and come check out that show, because we are going to have a ball, baby.
I know they have big screens for people who are sitting, I guess, in the cheap seats. I guess would be the only way to put it. But
cool.
You know, they got big screens for that. Silas Young's going to be there as well. I mean,
yes.
Like I said, it's the card is so big and so impressive. You can't even say, I can't even name half the people that's on here right now.
Yeah, you know, I met Brother Silas Young this summer during SummerSlam weekend. A good friend of mine, shout out to Detroit Wrestling Connection, put on an event at the Hockentown Cafe called Yo Slamma Jamma, and Silas Young was one of the people that was there, and I got to meet him and shook hands. I said, hey, brother, I'm going to see you later on this summer in September. No, excuse me, later on in the fall. See, I missed summertime now, y'all, but it's officially fall. So I said, I'll see you later this fall in September. We're going to be doing our thing with our instruments, though. That's going to be the difference, you know. So, yeah. I can't wait to see Brother Silas Young again.
And then, like I said, one of my favorites, Al Snow and Head's going to be there, too.
Oh, man. What does everybody want?
Yep. A little bit ahead. He's actually going to be downstairs. I'm sorry, honey. You know how I am. I can't help myself. He's actually going to be downstairs at my store that Sunday as well.
The following day.
Yep. Fantastical.
Starting at 1 p.m.
Yep. If we get our butts out of bed and on the road in time. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Oh, boy.
That's the rough part.
You know, I got home at 6:30 the other morning from Grand Rapids.
Oh, my.
That's in the AM part of the day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know that wasn't easy.
No, I'm pretty sure we're leaving slightly early that day. I just don't know what time exactly yet. No, we're leaving kind of early, though.
So you got any more questions?
I did, but there's a few people that I've noticed.
Okay.
Mr. Reese said, hello, friends or brothers.
Wait.
There's a Tony Lee here that says, what's up, y'all? Coco T. Weird Demand.
Thank you, brother Tony.
Is indeed the sweetest. It's very kind and nice of them. I get told a lot that I need to pay attention to the comments more, so we're just going to throw those out there.
Yeah, me and Brother Tony, we've been chatting here and there on the worldwide internets, and he's been working hard, busting his tail, helping to promote this show. Shout out to Brother Tony. You know, I can't wait to see him in person this Saturday. I mean, it's going to be a fantastical time, y'all. I'm telling you, it's going to be as advertised and then some. They're going to wish that they charge $50 because it's going to be worth the price of admission.